Don't worry, Peppy, I'm going to save you. That's the wrong pocket, but we're good, don't worry.
And then you can feel the blood rushing back.
We would apply it there.
Yep.
You're saved!
That's exactly what you don't want to happen.
Is this going to hurt?
Yeah, Ross is just freestyling it.
I think one's going to be enough. That feels quite tight to me.
I've been a medic for 19, nearly 20 years.
Above and beyond,
He's
Ross.
optimising his time.
Above and beyond.
He has gone above and beyond.
All right. I'm sorry,
So-
Poppy, you died.
Right, I'm here with Ross and Ross. Yes, there's two Rosses, it might get confusing, but we're going to do something really interesting today because Ross in the middle is the founder of Rider Trauma Kit, and he's going to train me and the other Ross how to utilize the kit and to showcase what's inside of it. And we all have a kit with us. Well, I've stolen one because I actually don't own one yet.
Sorry.
Ross just called me disgraceful. That Ross. He's Ross number 2 now because number 1 is better. I think we'll start with asking, who is Ross and how did we end up with Rider Trauma Kit?
So my name's Ross. I am the founder of Rider Trauma Kit. I am new to biking. Passed my test November last year. I kind of felt that there was nothing kind of like this available on the market in the UK. So my background, I've been a medic for 19, nearly 20 years. Started off in the Royal Air Force, qualified as a paramedic, and then served in Afghanistan, and then joined East of England Ambulance Service. Worked for 8, nearly 9 years as a rapid response paramedic, and now I work as a flight medic. Trauma is something that I've dealt with for around about 15, 16 years. I went out, looked at the usual places, couldn't really find anything that existed, so made one myself. And then had a discussion with a friend of mine, and he said, well, maybe you should try and sell them. So that was it, really. And 4 months ago, I launched Rider Trauma Kit. And up to date, we've now sold 135 kits. Next year, we're going to be doing training, so bespoke training on the kits. So to make sure that everybody is completely happy with the contents of everything and how to use everything in an emergency scenario.
Which is essentially what we're going to be doing today. So it's going to be a little preview of what the training will look like. When you came about creating it, what made you try and look for something like this?
I would say, because like I said, because I'm new to riding, that I felt that there wasn't a bespoke trauma kit for bikers. Yes, there is first aid kits out there, but they're not really geared towards the injuries that bikers sustain when they have, a rapid deceleration injury, or if they've come off and they've severed an artery, or if they've even got a burn to their legs, arms, road rash, things like that. With medical equipment, there is a fine line, and where do you draw that line? Because there's everybody can say, well, I should have this in there, I should have that in there, and yep, I completely agree. But before you know it, you end up maybe having an ambulance driving behind you. So this is just an immediate life-saving kit geared towards the golden hour, or the platinum 10 minutes. And it's geared towards that immediate life-saving, so stopping bleeding, stopping catastrophic hemorrhage, and then there's other things in there as well. Contents of the kits, you don't have to be qualified, you don't have to be a registered medical professional to purchase them. Yeah. Okay, yes, you do have to have some formal training on how to use them. So that's why we're looking at delivering the training courses in person for next year. Yeah. But to try and mitigate that risk at the moment, what we do is when people purchase a kit, they get a card in there, which is a legal disclaimer card, a kit contents list, but on the reverse side of that, there's 4 items in the kits that I feel that you might not necessarily have covered if you've done some sort of first aid at work or a biker down course or something like that. So to try it, like I say, to mitigate that risk, then there's QR codes, because we all love QR codes. Scan that, it takes you to YouTube, and then it shows you the demonstration videos of how to use those certain items, how to use it basically. It's an educational video. If you still have any kind of questions about that, then there is a support email address set up on the website, and it's exactly for that. It's support. So you can give us an email, we will endeavour to get back to you within 24 hours. And if you still have any questions, depending on where you are geographically, then I will personally come out and meet up with you, because it gives me an excuse to get out and go for a ride on my bike.
Right, so we've got 2 examples here.
Yep.
So is it basically that you got the same content
So
inside?
the contents of all the kits are the same.
Okay.
The only difference is the pouches that they come in. So
this is a hip bag.
That's what I call the tactical waist bag.
Waist bag.
And then we've got the sports bike pouch too, the second kind of evolution of the pouch. With them fit around your waist, so you have the waist strap first. Mine is slightly longer than Poppy's because I have a larger waist. And then you have the leg strap as well, so that fixes it in place, so it doesn't flap around when you're riding.
Basically, it's just like a normal.
It's just
leg
it's just a
bag
normal leg bag.
or hip bag.
Yeah.
And it just works the exact same way.
Yep.
It's packed with other content. So was this one the first one you?
That was the first one. Yes,
Okay.
that was the first one. That was my one.
Yeah.
And then obviously evolution of the kits, things like that, and what other people wanted, because
Yeah.
getting feedback from customers, real world, and also on social media as well. So
Okay, so these two front pouches doesn't contain any of the content. Okay.
no. So you've got two relatively decent sized pouches.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're not going to get your weekly shopping there, but you can still put your own bits and bobs in there. I
Yeah.
put my hair products in there, so it's quite kind of helpful. Then in the main pouch, this is where all the kind of the medical bits
Yeah.
and bobs are. In here, it is still slightly compact, but I still have, enough space to get both my hands in there. I don't have lady hands, but I don't have
Yeah.
massive man hands.
But is it the
it's-
same thing on this one?
And it's the same, yep. So in the same
So
in the main compartment, you've got all the medical kit.
yeah.
The front pouch is actually empty in these ones.
Okay.
And
But
so
you've
this
just got-
this is just something that I've put in just
Okay.
purely just for training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And just to demonstrate the size of the pouches when they are fully kitted out.
Yeah.
And then you have the two side pouches.
Oh,
on
these come empty as well?
They're completely empty also.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you get quite a lot of space for your own stuff as well.
Also on the rear, if you turn it around, the whole perforated section of the back of the tactical waste bag is also one great big pocket.
Oh, wicked.
So it's a functional bag as such. I didn't
Yeah.
want people to have a medical kit on them and then feel that they have to have another bag for their own personal
Yeah.
effects as well, because to me, that's kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah, it defeats the object.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one opens differently.
So
then.
that opens up like a book. Again, this isn't the contents that you get. This is just for training with Poppy today. In each of the kits comes a red and green card. So these two are, obviously they're mine. So you have the red rider card and the green other person card. Now on the reverse of both of them, you have that's
The
enough,
key information.
Yeah, key information basically is it's enough information to book you in a hospital.
Oh, so you write this about yourself on
So
here?
because this is the red rider card, so this is mine. So
Yeah.
this is my
Okay, that's
details
yours.
on the back.
Yeah.
And then it's the green other person card. So if you're out and about on a group ride, or even if you're by yourself and you come across another accident, a biker or a car or whatever,
Yeah.
then you use the green other person card exactly for that.
Yeah.
It's for somebody else.
What I learned from university and what I teach, we teach something called Atmist.
Yep.
So it's a secondary
So
handover.
this is a simplified Atmist card.
Okay.
So this is something that I used in the military and also the NHS use it as well. I'm
Yeah.
well aware that not everybody has had a higher level of medical training, so I have geared this towards people who have done a first aid at work course.
It's got the APU scale. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
geeking out because I teach this at the university, and this is my favorite, one of my favorite subjects to teach. So I'm just loving this because I'm like, I know what that means.
And that's the thing, and it's a simplified Atmos card.
Yeah.
Now on the top, so the top of both the cards, there is a small QR code.
Yeah.
So when you're out and about, you might not necessarily know exactly where you are, or you could be somewhere like where we are today. Might not necessarily be near a road. So if you need to phone the emergency services,
Yeah.
then you need to tell them where you are. So you scan the QR code and it opens up 3 words on your phone. So it doesn't matter if you have the app on your phone or not, because it opens up in your web browser.
Yeah.
And it also works on Apple and on Android. Talking about the golden hour
Yeah.
and the platinum 10 minutes. So the golden hour is obviously where you need to get somebody who's seriously injured to hospital, so as quick as possible. But if you're in a remote location and you've got somebody who is either got some sort of a severe catastrophic hemorrhage,
Yeah.
then first of all you need to kind of expose that area. So to expose the area, then you have what I call a proper pair of scissors. They come folded like this, okay? So on the end, which you can see maybe, there's a window punch. So if you do need to obtain entry into a car, for emergency uses only, not for trying to
See.
take their laptop off the front seat.
Yeah. You can see that there. So that would break the window then.
Yeah, it's a window punch, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we've got the window punch on the end. Then this bit here, so if you put the thumb into the rectangle bit, that slides out.
Okay.
That is a seatbelt cutter. That blade inside there is extremely sharp. You can also use that if you have just got leathers as well, where if you clip up to the seam of the leathers, you could put that underneath and then you could run it up the seam as well.
Okay.
And then you open it out properly. So when you open the scissors out, you do have a small, kind of like a wire snip
Yeah.
in there. So if you have an unplanned excursion off the road into a farmer's field, then you may be able to use that. So obviously you might be completely fine,
Yeah.
but your bike might be a bit caught in some fencing. And then you've got the main kind of the blade of the scissors. So it's serrated and then it's sharp as well.
Okay. Yeah, you can feel that this is a proper pair of scissors. Majority of the first aid kits you get, that's just a really puny
Yeah,
one.
I have actually had one of my customers who has bought a kit off me, has used it in anger, and thankfully the only thing that they used was the scissors, much to the casualties' despair, because they were brand new leather Triumph boots that were Kevlar reinforced, and it was the first day of the gentleman riding with them,
Yeah.
that we had to be cut off in. But also to get that real world feedback from a customer who's purchased one of these kits is absolutely invaluable to me. I know it works, I know that everything in here works, but to people like yourself or to my customers, it's giving them the additional kind of confidence in the kit. Now granted, yes, the scissors was the item that they used out of the kit, but hopefully that will then give them the more confidence in the rest of the stuff that's included. They lock into place as well.
Yeah.
So you just depress that one, flip it over, depress this one.
Okay, so pretty
then,
straightforward.
now if you've got a catastrophic hemorrhage, then you need something like a tourniquet. Okay, so with the tourniquets, so they come in packaging. I've purposely opened it out of the packaging but left it like this.
Okay.
Okay, what you need to do is you need to prep the tourniquet properly first, or stage the tourniquet. So you've put the tourniquet on, so the tourniquet is in place, and it has stopped the bleeding.
Yeah.
But you then may have an open wound. So to reduce the infection risk, in the kit there is a 6-inch pressure dressing.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are double vacuum packed, and then all you do is you rip that open, and then inside there is another vacuum packed bag.
Okay.
Undo that and then take it out. Also in the kit comes a 10 centimetre burns dressing. They're great for burns if you have a hot exhaust, off a bike, if you've laid the bike down on you. Road rash is really good as well. You can cut them down with the scissors, and then to fix that into place, then you need a bandage.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you put the dressing on,
So that's it.
put the dressing on and you fix it into place with the bandage, and then to fix the bandage in place you have a roll of tape. It's just standard micropore medical tape. This is actually really good tape if you stick it to itself. All right.
Oh, okay, that's that type.
Yeah,
type
so
tape.
because a lot of people say, oh, micropore tape's not good. Well, it is if you stick it to itself.
Is it like EAB?
So
Is that elastic adhesive bandage?
no, because I haven't gone for that, because some people can be quite temperamental with it or have like a bit of a reaction to it.
Okay.
So it's not an elasticated, it is just the standard.
Okay, it's not elasticated.
No, it's standard micropore tape. Everything that is in the kits, they're also sealed as well.
Yeah.
So just in case, because all of the pouches that I supply, I don't say that any of them are waterproof. I say that they're water resistant.
Okay.
So if you are caught out in the, with the heavens open, then everything is still sealed.
Yes.
So in the case of an emergency, then you can be assured that everything is going to function as it should do. Also in the kits, you get chest seal.
I've heard of them, but I'm not sure what they are.
So it's a triple vented chest seal and a full occlusive chest seal. So a full occlusive chest seal is basically, it is one big sticky pad.
Yeah.
So if you've, gone off-roading, voluntarily or, non-voluntarily, if you've gone off the road and you've been kind of skewered by a bush or a tree,
Okay.
and just due to the velocity of you going forwards, the stick has gone into your chest and then has come out. So then if you end up with a hole in your chest and it's gone, say, a through and through, so it's gone through your chest and out your back, then you need to obviously stop that. You need to plug it, basically.
Yeah.
So you put the full occlusive chest seal on the back, and then the triple vented chest seal goes on the front.
Okay.
Now, if you don't know, or if you have an idea of how to use them, that's great. But if you don't know, on the reverse side, there's the 2 QR codes.
Yeah.
So there's visual instructions, but there's QR codes again. Scan those, and then that takes you.
See, but yeah, they got the information here at the back.
So if you do purchase the kit, then also what comes with it is kind of like an instruction manual, but I'm a very visual learner, so it's onto YouTube. So in the kit comes a card.
Yeah.
You scan the QR code and it shows you certain items that you might not necessarily have used on a first aid at work course or a biker down course.
Yeah.
So other thing in there is a packet of compressed gauze.
Okay.
So multiple uses for that. even maybe toilet paper if you're that caught short. So there's multiple uses for the compressed gauze,
Yeah.
and then you get
Foil
a foil blanket. So
keep them nice and warm.
yeah, or for when you finish running the London Marathon, which is the only time that I really see them used. And
That's true.
then,
That's actually a very valid point.
yeah, and then you do get a little sachet of the Burns gel.
Yeah.
So this is what is in the Burns dressing. Personally, I've used this for when I have burnt my head in the summertime, which is really good, and it does kind of take out the sting as well.
Soothes it.
Yeah, a little bit. But again, it's with burns and things like that. Yes, ideally you should have cold or tepid running water over it, but you might not have access to that.
If you're on the motorway somewhere.
Yeah, you know. So again, I personally feel that something is better than nothing.
Yes.
Which is a bit of a tagline that I have got. Like I say, it's not going to save everybody. And then you also get a marker pen because you've got the backup biro there, but it's a permanent, medium nibbed marker pen. So that's really good, obviously, for drawing on things, if you need to, but also for filling in the card. This is the kit as such, but there is different styles of pouches that I do as well.
Yes.
So have a look at the website and then you can see them on there.
Fantastic. I've got this setup up now just because we're going to be doing something interesting afterwards. We're going to learn how to apply these, and then Ross and I are going to compete and see how quick we can do it.
I'm ready to go. Here we go.
Right, but Ross, this is going to get interesting. Ross is going to show us the difference between the two tourniquets.
Yep, from day one I've always used the Gen 2 tourniquet because I personally feel that the metal windlass is a little bit more sufficient than the Gen 1, which this is plastic.
The plastic. Yeah. Is that the main difference then?
So that's the main difference, but also you've got the backup biro that I call in there. So, because again, when in the heat of the moment, you might obviously be stressed. You may also lose the marker pen, so that and because again, like I said, it's vitally important that if you do apply a tourniquet, that the time is written down on there, and once it's in situ, you can then take that bung out, and then you can write the time on there. Tourniquets, once they're applied, they stay on. Okay, there was an old rule of thought was 15 minutes was a maximum, and then you take it off. That is no longer the case. Once it's on, it stays on. So it needs to go on, stop the bleeding, and mark the time down, and it stays on. The only times these get taken off are when the individual is in surgery or theatres in hospital.
You showed us briefly how to do it, but I've really forgotten how it is. So could you just show, we'll attempt to cut each other's limbs off?
Okay.
With the proper scissors.
Jesus.
For permission.
Yes, yeah. Consent is valid.
It's really important that you prep or stage the tourniquets.
Yeah.
So take it out of the packet, and then you make sure that the windlass is free from the clip. Hold it in your right hand, and then the left hand you get the other end, and then you pull. And by doing that, you then take the slack out of the seatbelt material that runs all the way through the tourniquet to the end. Put the windlass and clip that into place. So that's just out of the way. Flip the tourniquet over. Now your one doesn't have writing on, but it's a hand width. So you put it through the top loop, pull that through. So for Ross and I, you can see the writing, and then you basically stick the tourniquet to itself. This bit now
is that handle.
Is the handle, yeah. But in all of the kits comes this one, which will go around the thigh and around the arm. There, you fold your handle over first. Yep, and then you fold that over. Now, the reason why you fold the handle over first, because if you don't, then it tends to stick to itself.
Okay, so then that would be in the bag like
that. So that's in the kits just like that, yeah.
Yeah. So then you just whip it out, and that's when you said.
Sorry.
Yep.
Let's not joke about this, okay?
So now that is your tourniquet prepped and good to go.
Now putting it on.
If you imagine if you have to put it on yourself, then you hold the handle, put your arm through, and then you pull. You may take a couple of attempts to pull through, that's it. Pull, and then you stick the Velcro through to itself. And then you unclip the windlass bar, and then you twist that. So if you, it doesn't matter which way, it doesn't matter, but any more than 2 twists and you haven't tightened the Velcro enough.
Yeah.
I would say for demonstration purposes, half a twist, and you should be able to feel that on your arm.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Yeah. Now, you can feel that now on your arm,
Yes.
but you've still got your jacket on. Managed to compress that, you know, the arteries, it's what's called your brachial artery.
Yeah.
You've compressed the artery even through your leather jacket as well. So we'll take them off just so we don't lose our arms.
Preferably.
Then you can feel the blood rushing back.
Yeah.
So if you imagine now, that's only half a twist that you've put through that bar onto yourself, and you can feel that it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And within, what, 20 seconds, you can then feel that the sensation in your fingers is decreasing. Now, if you imagine now that you've got all the adrenaline going as well, and that you've just been involved in an awful accident, then you're going to have all of that, and you're going to be pain as well. You know, so you're going to have to tell the individual. You know, it might not be somebody who you know, so you need to tell them what you're doing, okay?
Yeah.
And that, and vitally important that you tell them that it is going to hurt, but you are doing it to save their
Communication's
life. Yeah,
Like that. 'Cause-
that's it. Yeah. Twist the windlass. And then to
Ta-da.
secure it in place, you then just have the white bit over there,
And then pip.
and then write the time on there.
Has
No.
anybody got the time?
in the middle of nowhere.
Sun in the sky, shadows are about 20 centimetres long.
Oh, brilliant.
And that's
Right.
it. If we say that, you know, we're going to use your forearm as the injury point, take it
Yeah.
off because we don't want you to lose the feeling. So if you say that, you know, you've injured your forearm and obviously it's an arterial bleed because that's why we put the tourniquet on, then you're going to have, say if you have an open wound, then we're going to need to keep that wound nice and clean.
Yeah.
So to stop any further contaminants getting in there and causing any potential further infections. So Ross has just by himself on the floor a couple of bandages. So again, these aren't the bandages that are in the kit. These are just training bandages. They are the same. They are just obviously what's in mine. They are different packaging. What we'll do now, we've put the tourniquet on. So
Yeah.
you both happy with how to prep the tourniquet and how
Yes.
to apply it? Yeah. So open those up. So again, you've got to think about how, you know, in a stressful situation,
Oi, don't litter.
I'll pick it up.
quite easy to open up. Yeah. And then you've got the other vacuum packed bag inside as well.
It's like Christmas. Sorry. Can you tell I don't get very good presents at Christmas?
There's instructions on there what I call Ross proof, okay? So it's a little bit simpler than
Other
idiot
side
proof.
to wound.
Yes, so
simpler.
it's exactly that. It's the other side to wound.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
So that's exactly what you don't want to happen. But in my kits, they are a little bit more held into place. So what we will do is
I messed it up as soon as.
This one you don't whip out.
Poppy is whipping too much out today.
Okay.
Really important that you don't drop it on the floor and get any other contaminants in it, because the whole reason why we're putting this on is to prevent that. You have the other side to wound, okay, and then you have this bar which we'll come on to in a second. The white pad is obviously the absorbent pad, so that is
In
the
direct
side.
contact.
Yeah,
with
so that's the bit that needs to go onto the wound. Now, because it's absorbent, wherever you put it on the body, so arm, leg, you know, wherever, when you put the bandage around, you need to make sure that you cover both the top and bottom. If this is either folded over a little bit and you've then come into contact with other contaminants, or if it starts to rain, the whole reason why we're putting this on is to keep that wound clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're then going to get any rainwater or dirty water or whatever being soaked into it, which is then being held directly in place over the wound.
It's going to make it worse, yeah.
Yeah. One thing I didn't say is if you have any kind of like an junctional injury, so an armpit injury or a groin injury, then you have the extra kind of loop at the other side of the dressing.
Yeah.
So what you can do with this is when you feed it through, you will have to crouch down because I'm a little bit short. So if you come over this way, what we do is you feed that through and you feed the bandage through the loop itself. So then what you can do is you can then position that in place and then hold it in place, and then you can then put it
Keep going.
Yeah, so if I can borrow your arm,
Which one?
either or, whichever one you don't like.
I only just clocked what you just said.
There we go. So then you twist it, and then you feed it through, and then you pull it. Sorry. twist it to get it through, and then untwist it, and then you feed that back through on itself.
Okay.
And then with that, it then applies direct pressure. And like I said, you make sure you go above and below.
Yes.
Okay. Now, as you can see, there's give in this, so it is a compression bandage also. So if you think you've got the tourniquet on up here, then you've got this in place as well. And then when you get to the end, how do you then secure it in place? Well, you then have a little clip. Okay.
That's
then-
why you didn't want it to unveil, because you didn't want me
Yes.
to see the clip.
So then the clip, you just clip it on the top and on the bottom. And then they have little teeth in there, which then holds it in place.
Oh, brilliant. So give me your arm.
So like I say, so that's going to be a junctional injury, a junctional wound, so armpit or groin.
What, to use
So
as well?
it's yeah. So yeah, we'll go for armpit
We'll go
today.
with armpit today.
So yeah, put it on, and then what you do is you feed your right hand through the left loop. So the bandage, that's it, and through the loop. So now you put that through.
Yeah.
You then need to make sure that the absorbent pad is over the bit where the wound is. So if you imagine it's in Ross's armpit,
Yeah.
you then need to make sure it's in place, and then
Then you start twisting.
then you need to just pull it
Okay.
out and
Like
then
that
wrap
way?
it round. Yeah, either way. But you need to make sure that the absorbent pad doesn't slip.
Yeah.
So that's it. So put that round. That's it. And then, like I said, make sure that you go above and below the absorbent pad.
Yeah. So below.
Sometimes you might not be able to, you
Yeah.
know, but
And
in an
above
ideal world,
By RST.
yeah,
Cover it up.
Yeah.
in an ideal world, you know, you need to go above and beyond the, above and below. I sound like Buzz Lightyear. Yeah, above and below. You may want to be able to put it over his mouth, I don't know. It's not big enough.
I wouldn't even be surprised. Yeah.
You probably need like 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, you can
So
way
with
bigger.
this one, let's say if it was here,
Yep,
we would apply it there.
yep.
Then
So you can do a little twist to get it through, and then untwist it once it's got through.
I'm bleeding, puppy, hurry!
That's it, and then pull it back. So you need to pull it back and put a little bit of tension on it, but not too much, because this is a bit that's going to be putting direct pressure on over the wound site.
yeah. Okay, then go.
Yep, and then above and below, or above and beyond, whichever way you want to look at it,
You get to that little clippy bit.
and then you clip it into place. This is where it's vitally important that you practice. So
Yeah.
today you'll be going home with your own tourniquet and your own pressure dressing, so that you can practice on yourself or anybody else.
Yeah.
And it's about the muscle memory. It's building up the muscle memory. It's one thing knowing how to use everything, but how to actually put it on and put it on properly.
I'm healed.
You're not dying.
Woohoo!
Well, I don't know about that. Do you want to practice?
Yes.
Have my arm.
I'm going to do it just for this bit here. Your armpits are fine. It goes on there like this. Then I'm going to put that through there like that.
Wait, my injury's here, and on the.
Well, it's slippy. It's slippy.
That's why you need to hold it in place.
And we twist to get it through the clip like that. Get through there nice and easy. Untwist, wrap back around.
Wait, do you have to use the clip thing when
Yeah, Ross is just freestyling it. That's fine.
you've done 2 in
He's-
1?
I'm saving your life!
He's done.
Don't complain!
He's done the junctional technique and the lower limb technique in one. So well done.
He's,
Above and beyond,
he's
Ross.
optimizing his time.
Above and beyond.
He has gone above and beyond.
All right.
I'm ticklish.
Good thing we didn't go for the armpit then. Can't help the patient. She's wriggling too much because she's laughing. You're healed. You're saved.
Perfect. There we go.
Yes.
So I think what we'll do is you have a rough idea of how to put one on.
Yes.
So we will time you, and we'll see how long it takes for you to apply a tourniquet to Ross's arm.
There.
Let's go with that.
What we'll do now is we'll use Ross as our glamorous assistant, and he will be playing patient. So I'm going to time you first to see how long it takes for you to put just the tourniquet on. Okay. So you've got the tourniquet in your tactical waist bag,
Yes.
supplied by Rider Trauma Kit. So we'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then we'll go. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Stop it, Ross.
I'm bleeding. Is this going to hurt?
Yes, it's going to hurt, so bear with me.
Oh, God.
So, what am I doing? That wasn't prepped properly.
Ooh, I feel my heart.
Can you feel that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Really important that you prep your kit correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that it wasn't prepped correctly, but you
Yeah.
still managed to put it on in 23 seconds,
23 is my number.
which is good. Yeah.
Okay.
So what we'll do now is we'll swap round.
Well, now he knows where I've messed up, so he's going to make sure he doesn't mess up either.
Well, we'll see. We shall see.
Now you're under pressure.
So 23 seconds for you, Poppy.
You haven't counted down yet.
So Poppy has unfortunately come off her motorbike.
Sure.
It's caused injury to her right lower arm, and she's obtained a catastrophic hemorrhage. So
Left. Let's go with left.
that's
That is-
that's her
It is
right.
my right.
Oh,
so left, left.
We're good.
We will do next training session. We'll do left and right, ABC, and colours.
Paramedics. Which arm do we have? This left one.
The
I
middle
promise.
one.
Yeah.
So I'll give you the same countdown of 3, 2, 1, and then we'll apply the tourniquet. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Don't worry, Peppy, I'm going to save you. That's the wrong pocket, but we're good. Don't worry. Right. Okay. So that's going to go on your arm, nice and soft in here. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. One. I think one's going to be enough. That feels quite tight to me. You saved!
I did it wrong.
24 seconds.
I won by 1 second.
Oh my god. I'm sorry,
So-
Poppy, you died.
Poppy is the winner.
I also didn't even strap on my timestamp.
No.
Hey. So it wasn't even a real time. There you go.
So
1 minute. Gosh. Sorry, Poppy.
so what
Don't
we'll do.
call me in case of emergency. What have you learned here today?
What can you just take off?
Yes, sorry. You're just like, I can't feel my arm.
Ideally, what's the timeline for you to put a tourniquet on?
The sooner the better.
Okay.
The sooner the better. So you can. So the way that you put it on, you pull the tourniquet towards you, which is fine, and it's the way that I put it on. The way that you put it on, you pull the tourniquet away from you. So that's where I think you lost that extra second, maybe.
Potentially.
Yeah. So I'll show you. I'll do like a slow talk through of how I put a tourniquet on. Once it's prepped correctly, you take it out of your bag. Once you put it on, then I release the bar and I hold the bar up and then pull. So one swift motion, then you stick that down and then twist. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you've now got the Velcro, which is like a tail, okay, which can get in the way. So put that over. So it's now extra, like doubly secure. So basically, Ross, you could have really blown Poppy out the water if you'd have.
Oh yeah. That's all right.
I'll know that for next time. That's fine.
Next time someone dies,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I bet it's gonna be sub 10.
Well, I-
Okay.
no pressure on me
How many
then.
years experience?
Couple. I shall
Okay, I
3
say
seconds
sub 12. I'm gonna say sub 12.
Wow. Oh, God. I'm going to go with 15 seconds.
I'm going to go with about 17, 18 seconds, but we'll see.
3, 2, 1, go.
No. Sorry.
14 seconds.
14 seconds, bang on.
Damn.
There we go.
10 seconds and 9
That's-
seconds quicker than us.
Let's take it off.
He could
And-
do, he could
and-
do 2 in the time it takes me to do 1.
You would have done that in sub 12. He got it caught my hair
Yeah.
slightly. So I
And
was
your
like,
top.
And my top.
elastic-
And in here.
Yeah, you see?
So,
Put us to shame.
but this is where, again,
Practice.
emphasis on the practice,
Yes.
emphasis on, knowing your kit, your equipment. Something that, and I've said this to a lot of the people that I've had the pleasure to meet this year, going to certain events and whatever, is that, yes, I want to sell all of the kits that I have. I would love every motorbike rider in the country to have one, but I don't want a single person to use one. I want this to be something that they use it more for their phone or for their keys or for
Yeah,
hair products, than actually using the contents of the medical equipment inside it.
honestly, this has been very insightful.
How bad I am. Yeah.
No, what do you mean how bad you are? You did them perfectly fine. You just opened the wrong zip.
Yeah.
I think you've covered pretty much everything in the sense when you're clarifying what's inside the bags. That was really useful, and also you know you're saying that the information is available. I think and seeing the application. I mean, I think we speak for him as for the other Ross as well. The application of the tourniquet and the bandages was really insightful. I already knew how to apply a bandage, but I've never seen anything like this as well. So it was different. And tourniquets, I've never been trained to do any sort of that. We're here joking around laughing, but at the end of the day, it's a serious matter.
It is. When training, it needs to be fun. Yes, it's the underlying topic of what we're doing. It's very, very serious.
Yes.
But it needs to be fun because
I think we've done that.
you have to have fun doing things because otherwise, then it's not gonna sink in, is it?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go away from here. You've got your own tourniquet now, your own bandage to go home and play with. And if you have any questions, then reach out. You know where I am, and it's the same for any customers of mine who've purchased a kit, or even if you're looking to buy a kit as well.
Yeah.
The one thing that I will state with it is with like the arterial bleed and a venous bleed. They're the two types of bleeds that people have. It's very difficult for me to kind of like simulate or demonstrate an arterial bleed here or in a training environment. So what again I advise people do is go and use YouTube. It's pretty good. And actually look at what an arterial bleed is. Because there is significant differences.
The arterial bleed is the one that's coming out through high pressure.
Yes.
It's being pumped out of the blood.
Exactly.
The heart.
Yeah. And it comes out, at a fair rate, whereas a venous bleed kind of more oozes out of a wound.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, I really appreciate this.
Thank you very much.
The links to everyone's Instagrams will be on the description. And if you have any questions, this is the man to speak to. We're just the ones that got trained. My YouTube videos tend to be quite unhinged.
I'm bleeding!
Help! Save me! We are here in the middle of this forest. The bushes. I need somebody help.
So I'll get my stopwatch out.
Help!
She's not doing it right.
This is going really, really well. Questionable thing to say when I'm with two guys in the middle of a forest.
Yes.
I think the most obvious question is, who are you? I read no. I'm going to use the part where I've already asked, because who are you?
So then,
bleeding out. I'm like, whip it out, man.
so you then, as such, yeah.
It's 360.
I know.
Does that make sense?
Yes. How am I doing battery-wise? I'm doing fine.